Hey, how are you guys doing? So now we are going to the fourth episode of Love Live Superstar. So go again, all the same sources if you want to watch it officially. Generally a little day behind, and there was slight delay because of baseball game because I don't know, I guess high school baseball games are important or something like that. But with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and jump straight into the episode. So we start with this episode, and we got some kind of bug here, and we see Sumire who's in this bug, which honestly looks kind of cute, but. So she is in this suit. She is to perform. We jump back to the present where she's kind of getting a little vengeance on this bug here. And then some woman comes here saying she's a scouting for an entertainment agency. And she gets really excited. And this woman's going crazy trying to get her to be an unnamed pedestrian, an extra. And, well, Sumire does not take that very kindly, as I guess Galaxy might go and do that. So here we have the fourth episode again. This is where they show. I think this actually kind of looks pretty nice with that title. But we see that she's pretty pissed the fact that she was trying to be hired as another extra again. So she see the girls talking here, and I just went out of my way. So I just found this kind of like a very interesting scene. As we can see that it looks like Sumire was kind of like hugging or rubbing the wall. So I decided, let's make it so she's rubbing the wall. I wasted my time doing this. I probably shouldn't have done this. But here we go. We have her rubbing the wall. Or even better, I made it look like the people walking the back while she's rubbing the wall. Back to, actually focusing on the episode. We have Cuckoo showing off her word with kind of like a fat cat face. And she's definitely really excited about she was able to get the award here. And they start talking about how they got 2,000 followers here. And then we have Sumire looking at hers, and she also nowhere near that much. Then we got Ren come over, and she's handing the keys to the club, and the girls are like, we're gonna do our best. And then Ren's like, cool, but I'm not gonna support you because you're gonna be idols. Oh, okay, that's nice. But Hannah, then she decides to go run away and take a look at what these school idols are. So Sumire figures out and watches some video of the live that the girls just had, and she seems pretty interested. And then these girls decided, they should go look at the club. So they went the keys and went all the way upstairs, I think the fourth floor, and they can take a look at this room. It looks a little older, so then they're thinking it may be haunted. And we see that the scaredy cat that is Kanon, and she's out there just poking fun and scaring her. But then they go walk in the room and they find Sumire, which kind of freaks out Kanon because she almost looks like it goes back there, but she's like, nope, she's got legs, that's fine. But quick question. How did she get in here if she didn't have the keys? Did she sneak in somewhere? I don't know, I just feel like this is a gap of logic here. But let's just ignore that. Let's just assume galaxy magic or something like that. So she was in there and she says, I want to be part of the club. And, Kuko's like, oh, let me sign you up right here. But she's saying that she wants to join it because she could potentially get popular. These girls show it and they say, yeah, you can become famous if you do this. And they show Sunny Passion, which has a few more followers than, these girls have. And that makes her really excited at the prospect of joining. So she said she is going to join the school idol club. So then girls go out to the rooftop where most squares practice, and it looks nice and wide open and looks pretty nice up there. The girls then show off their ability to dance, and then they can see Sumire already has that ability to dance. She did say she was in showbiz, so she definitely has some experience in the dancing area. And these girls are pretty impressed by that, because these girls kind of don't all have that experience at the moment. But Sumire is more focused on being in the center position, the one in the spotlight. And they're like, oh, well, that should be Kanon, right? And all the girls are like, it's Kanon. Kanon's like, I don't know about that. But Sumire's like, whoa, what about me? So then they decided to kind of have classmates vote on it. So then they have them vote after they do some performances that, they don't show. And then we actually having Sumire winning by a landslide here. She's getting 90 whole votes, which is a lot more than the others. Wait a second, something's up with that 9. Oh, whoops. Looks like I actually put a 9 in her. No, Sumire actually got a 0, so she actually getting crushed by how poorly she did here. And she's not exactly going to be very happy about that. And then decide, Kanon should be the school idol president as well. But she's like, why is she going to be the center? And why did she get so many more votes? And then Kuku's like, we just look more like centers. Like, I don't know what that means, but they look more like centers, I guess. And that makes her really frustrated, and she almost has kind of like a heart attack almost. But she decides, well, if I'm not going to be the center, why should I be here? So then she walks off, and then Kano tries to follow her, figuring out what's going on here. And one of these girls asks her a question, where like a station is, and she's like, well, it's there, but don't talk to me if you're not a scout. So also she's focused on trying to get on scout. And when she's walking, she pulls up some old memories here, and then we get to see this bug, and there's a cute song, so let's go listen to that. So Kanon ends up peeping behind her, and I'll see she cracks up after seeing that. And let's say Sumire is not very happy about that, and she is going to punish her for seeing that. So then Kanon wakes up to being surrounded by, I guess, a magic square circle, and the point is that Sumire is trying to make her forget by using magic, I guess, and putting on a priestess uniform, which again, if you don't know, it's kind of interesting because, we had Nozomi wearing that outfit because she also worked at a shrine. So I guess Sumire works at this shrine, and she starts trying to do some chants to make her forget, and it could work, right? Kanon then tries to pretend, I don't remember anything, and then instead we get an encore. Kanon then apologizes, saying that she actually remembers, but there is a reason why she was actually following her. She wishes to understand why Sumire is so insistent on being a center. So then we jump outside, and I guess we see this priestess girl, which again almost reminds me of Nozomi. If the purple was more like Nozomi purple, then maybe people would start talking about that. But maybe this is potentially a shout out to original Love Live, especially when seeing things like Honoka coffee, and you might see this and you might think Nozomi. So I just figured I might as well mention. But then we get Sumire explaining kind of her past, how she was a child actor and she was trying to get into all these roles, but she always was an extra. She's like, she's a tree, she's just a chicken, and of course we had a giant Isopod, so all these things, not very nice roles. And she's trying to say that she never will be the center because she's only been extras and she never got more than that. Cuckoo then the next day basically challenges her, or tells her to come up to the roof release, and I don't know, almost looks like she's challenging her to a duel or a battle. And she wants basically her to apologize. And Sumire is like, why? And I don't know what you're talking about. She said I was sorry. And then she just kind of leaves, saying that, she can't be school idol because she'll never have the spotlight on her. But then when she goes walking around across the street, she sees Kuka, their performance and all these idols, and see how brightly they shine. And she starts dancing to a little bit. So with Kanon seeing that, she decides, maybe I can try to recruit her, but in a way that will appeal to her. So instead, she's going to scout her, which honestly, I gotta give props to her because she was so focused on being scouted and trying to become someone more important in showbiz. And I think that was a nice way to try to get her to join. And then on top of it, she says, if you really want to be center, you gotta take it from me. So kind of like a little challenge. And she's like, well, I'm in showbiz, so I can definitely do it. I can definitely beat you. Don't look down on me. And more or less, she looks like she is willing to do it, but she's like, you gotta give me a bonus. Haha. But then Kanon gets a little charm from the shrine that she's from, although she already has it, but I don't know. I think that was a nice gesture, and I guess the rain magically stops and everything's nice and bright. And then we get to see the girls goofing around, and we get to see Sumire come out with, her standard outfit for working out, and we get to see her do her galaxy. So that is more or less the episode. Of course, we're going to have the ending version with Sumire just singing all by herself. So if you wanted to listen to that, that's going to be there. So just another unique version of the ending. And then we get a little preview of the next episode. We get kind of looks like she's going to be in a swimsuit kind of thing. So a beach episode. And then we have Sumire looks like kissing Kuku on the cheek. And Sunny Passion Girl looks like flying down. But the episode's going to be called Passion Island. So we're going to get a beach episode in Love Live. And before the episode ends, we will be getting Anniversary. This looks like to be a solo song for Cuckoo. So I guess let's get a preview of that song. So that will conclude the episode, and decent song for sure. I'm always happy to have more songs in there, and I'm wondering if they're going to keep that trend throughout the episodes, having that song at the end, which is exclusive to an NHK broadcast. But if you are willing to go and vote in a poll, click the link in the description. I have one that looks the same as every single time. Rank your favorite girl after this episode from 1 to 5. So, of course, the big question is Sumire going to fly up in the rankings or not after this episode, focusing a lot on her? And later we'll potentially see Chisato and Ren move up. Of course, link in the description, and then I'll try to go results around Thursday. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, we'll see the trends as the episode moves on towards, episode 5 and so on. Well, let me know what you guys think about this episode and how this affects your opinion on Sumire. Do you like her more? Do you like her less? What did you think about the giant Isopod song? And I guess all the other funny moments in this episode. You got a moment in this episode that you really enjoyed? Let me know in the comments below. And let me know if you enjoyed this episode more than the others and how you view Sumire now. I'm curious to see. I don't know. I kind of like her, and she's kind of funny for sure. And I think there's a lot of fun to be had with all these girls. But let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.